guys, we did it. We made it through the week. We are at Friday today for our get ready for the day routine. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you just turn on your device to join us. Even if the first day you just wanna have a look at it or just try one thing, you are on your road to getting fit. And even if you've never done anything before, this routine is for you. It's progressive, so if you want something a little lighter, then you can start at some of the older ones and work your way forward. But it's great that you're joining us, that we're doing this together, and little by little, we're gonna get moving, we're gonna get a little more range of movement, and a little strength, and a little balance. So, welcome, or hello again for our older friends. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, that helps us a whole lot. And after this, we will jump on for our intermediate routine. And after that, we're gonna jump on again for our choreography workshop. So we're gonna continue with cleaning our piece Never Enough from The Greatest Showman, and it's an arrangement by DJ Tronky. So it's got kind of a shadow beat to it, super fun. So if you wanna join, that would be great too. So, my flare flies. Oh, let's take a nice sturdy stance. So what I want you to do is have your legs maybe a little wider than shoulder width, but I want you to feel like they're super, super grounded, that they're reaching deep into the ground, that nothing can knock you over, can blow you over. Just feel like there's roots growing out of your feet, deep into the ground. And today, we're just gonna start with our little, I call it like a knee softening. So it's not actual knee bend, you're just kind of letting your knees go a little bit loose and straightening them up again. And we're just gonna kind of pulse like that a little bit. Try and handle parts of the body. And hey, good morning, Sean. Glad you're here. We're gonna try and hit our whole body, and we sometimes start from the top going down or vice versa. But we want to make sure that everything kind of gets moving. And we definitely don't want to hurt ourselves, so we're not doing anything crazy. All right, now we take our wrists, and we're just gonna wiggle our wrists from side to side. And then we're gonna flap them up and down. Thank you so much, Sean. Just got my wrist in your direction. Thank you. It's like the queen used to wave. My nephew used to wave like that too. So let's do some little circles with those wrists. Just baby circles. Going in and then going out. And taking your fingers and your toes. So even if your toes don't really move like that yet, we're trying to activate new parts of our body. So I just want you to pretend that they're activating as we fan them open and close. We're doing fingers and toes at the same time. And just like imagine how that would feel like if those nerve endings were going right into your feet, and your toes were fanning out just like your hands were, and opening and closing. So we're gonna do that. If there's some place that you're like, oh, I'm not really feeling it, then I want you to start visualizing about how that would feel, how you think that would feel, and just try and connect your mind to your body. Thank you, Grey Wolf. And still pulsing in and out. It's good to see you here. And let's bring her up to our lower arms. And we're just gonna bend and straighten, but the elbows are hanging right by your side, so your elbows aren't moving. It's just your forearms. And all these exercises are about you, so it's as much as your body goes. If you want to like fold them way up, or if this is like your limit, wherever it is, down here even, it doesn't matter. Just get at the moving. Try that visualization. Try and think, okay, I can in my mind's eye, I see my body moving like that. And I should lift him up. And now we're gonna do those bends. Oh, you are awesome, Sean. Yeah. Thank you so much. Hope you're liking these. So good to see you all, so that you're getting here in the morning. I know it's early, but this is going to get us where we want to go. And then we bend them again, and this time we're just going to lift our elbows up. Like we're flapping wings, chicken. And since it's Friday, let's be sassy. Let's do one and then the other. Let's alternate. We haven't done much alternating yet, but maybe I should start. Okay, today is the right, today is the left, and make sure that we are always like making sure we don't start on the same side all the time. We want to alternate that, make both sides of our brain work. Yeah, so let's make today our right side. And coming back down again, and this time the whole arm is going to come up. And take a breath in as you do that, in through your nose and out through your mouth, and in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And those arms are flapping up and down, great big wingspan. And we're going to do one more flap. And then as you come out, I want you to stretch your arms out like you're drawing a great big circle, and you bring them up again, but this time you're stretching outwards like you're drawing a big sun. Bring back down again. So this is a little stretch, an active stretch since you're still moving at the same time. And stretch them out, and coming up, and bending your body a little bit to the side. Now this is just your upper body. This isn't like a big side bend where your whole body's going. This is just your upper half. It's just kind of, and to the other side, so it's a little bit of a pulse. We start small here, and then we're going to do big ones later on. But right now, it doesn't have to be a big movement. If it only goes a little bit, then you go however much it goes. Try not to twist with it. You just go into your side and pulsing here, pulsing there. And then coming back up to the middle. And let's do the same thing, but I just want your upper body to do that little pulse here. He's flying. So as you see, I'm trying to like still keep that very, very firm rooted lower body, and just use the upper one. And if you want to put your hands here, and just kind of look up to the sky, but not just with your head. Try and move your chest, like your rib cage is moving out a little, so your chest is being pulled up by a string to the ceiling. And then taking the shoulders and lifting them up. This is just a shrug here. And then we're going to start rolling them back, and rolling them forward, and rolling them back, and rolling them forward. And here, I want you to feel your shoulders working, but also your upper back is going to be working a little bit. Again, this is something you can visualize if you haven't done that before. Feel that, feel your upper spine, start to get a little bit of movement in there. And then we're going to roll it to the back. So it's not just your shoulders moving, it's your whole upper part. And remembering that this is, if you want to kind of set in posture, whenever you think about it during the day, and you're like, oh wait, I remember a posture, I want you to take the shoulders, roll them back, and think about your chest, it's not just coming forward, but coming up, like you're a superhero, like you're super proud, which you should be. And let's get our little nods. I mean, Any problems with your neck, skip this one, but otherwise it's not really your neck working, it's just your head bobbing up and down like a bobblehead. I'm saying yes. And then you're going to wave it no. And these are small movements. We just want to activate our bodies, get them moving, get them ready. Face whatever is ahead today. And back to center, and this time we're going to drop our chin. So we're going right today, so without lifting your chin, roll your right ear to right shoulder, and then back to the middle. Again, this is a head movement, and your left ear to your left shoulder, and let your chin sink down again without picking it up. So we're going to go right ear to right shoulder, and our chin sinks down again, and then our head will roll to the other side. Just think about your ear pointing towards your shoulder, rolling back and forth. Rolling back to the middle, letting it sink down. Looking straight, and then I should also look up just a little bit at the sky and back down. Up at the sky and down. Up at the sky and down. Up the sky and down. Okay, it's just your head moving, not even your neck. Make sure your neck is not straightening. And coming back to neutral, it's just our head's a little wag. So again, your ear is coming towards your shoulder, but this time we're keeping our head straight, and it's just right at the top of our necks. And come back to the middle. And this time, let's do another knee bend. And this is a little bit bigger than the first one. So this is an actual knee bend, but it's not a big one. So we're just bending and straightening like a pulse, up and down. So we want to slowly but surely we want to touch on all parts of our bodies, but especially there are certain parts that kind of carry us throughout the day that we want to pay special attention to. And knees are something that they can get injured pretty easily. They tend to hurt as we go on in life. So we want to make sure that we're keeping them moving, and even just these knee bends, these are gonna strengthen your knees. These are gonna get the muscles working. And straight up. And the other thing we want is our core strengthening. So you can either have your knees soft or bent or straight, but I want you to think about just bending from your waist, and just do as much as you can. It doesn't have to be a big movement. I do it a little bigger to show you guys, but you want to feel like your stomach is kind of clenching and releasing as we go forward and back, because we want to work up to doing some crunches at some point. So this is a step in that direction, which is why we do it. But I want you to be conscious of which part of your body is working. In this case, it's the middle of your body, forward and back. And coming up again. And this time we're going to bend again to the side, but this time it's going to be a bigger stretch. And again, make sure your legs are nice and sturdy. And I want you to think about your hips staying in place and just your body bending up until there. So again, you need to just do as much as your body does without letting your hips go. And that's different for everybody, just as we're all unique and individual. So is how we do our exercises. We're never going to look the same. And coming back up to the middle. And just put your hands on your hips and look up at the sky again, but this time feel like you're not looking with your head, but like your whole body. So you're just kind of like looking up back, and looking up and coming back, and looking up and coming back, and looking up and coming back. And now we're going to do the biggest knee bend of all. So this time I really want you to bend your knees, and we're going slowly because I want you to feel your muscles engaging as you go up and down. Try and feel them. They're there even if you're feeling like, oh, I don't have muscles there. You do. We all have muscles there. We all have fascias. So I want you to feel that as you go up and down. And then we're going to stay down. And again, bow from the waist. And let's do 2 more. And then we're going to bend down again. Tightening our stomachs there and sliding your hands down. I'm going to hang on here. And you're just going to bend and straighten your knees without coming up. And on the last one, we're going to stay there. Try and let go. And just kind of swing from side to side. And back to the middle. And we're just going to roll up. And let's do our calf exercises to relax those a little bit. And then we'll come back and do our weight shifting. So hang on to something here. I don't have anything to hang on to, that's why I'm balancing, but it's not about the balance here, it's about the stretch. So let's stretch our right leg, then behind us. And you want to shift your weight towards the front, the leg that's in front of you. So you get a stretch around the back, and I'm holding on to something pretend here. And you can pulse up and down a little, or just stay straight and feel the back of your leg. And then pushing to the ground with this leg and coming up, and you should bend that back leg. So you feel a different stretch there. And then pushing into the ground with that back leg, coming up, and you're still hanging onto something. And you're taking that foot and giving your ankle a wiggle. If you want to lift it in the air, you can to get more of a wiggle. Otherwise, rest it on the ground. And it's just wiggling back and forth. And then we're going to give a little flap. You can also keep it on the ground and flap it up and down. Getting our feet moving. And then putting that down. You can always give this leg a shake if it's getting tired. And I want you to go on your tippy toes here, however high that may be. Down, up, down. Let's just do a few of these. So as we're walking, we're keeping our feet supple. And let's flip around to the other side. So hanging on, you're going to stretch your left leg and back. And you're going to shift your weight to your right leg that's in front. And give the back of your leg a little stretch. And you can, a little pulse there, you can just stay straight. And pushing to the ground with that right foot, rising up, and then a little bend in your back leg. If you want to bend both, that's okay too. And you don't have to be like in one line here. You can have a nice sturdy stance here. The important thing is, in this exercise is to stretch, it's not a balance, so you need to be super sturdy. And coming back up, and taking that left one, and wiggling your ankle from side to side. And can do it in the air, on the ground. And then you're just gonna flap your toe, up and down, on the ground. And also move it here. I like to just pick it up a little bit so I can flap it. And then putting it on the ground and kind of rolling up to the ball of your foot and down. And we're just rolling our feet just like that. Again, as you're walking, we want to retain or build up the suppleness of our feet. Very important part that we often don't pay enough attention to. Okay, so let's come back to the middle. And taking again that nice sturdy stance. And I want you to bend your knees just a little bit and think about your shoulders and your hips as a square. And you're going to shift that square. You're going to press into the ground with your left foot, and using that kind of force, that's using the ground, you're going to push your body weight over on to your right leg. So even if you still got some back here, this is mostly just for balance. And most of your weight is over your right leg. And then you're going to press deep into the earth with your right leg. Let coming out if you can. And shift it to your left leg and feeling that your left leg is carrying all your weight. And then pressing in with your left leg and moving to your right. And deep into the ground with your right. And going to your left. And now let's pick it up a little. We're just going to shift right and left. But I want you to be conscious of where your weight is. This is also something, all of these things take time, because anytime it's a new movement or a part of the body that you really haven't activated, it does take time until you really feel it. So I want you to just keep at it, don't feel discouraged, visualize, imagine what it would feel like, and slowly but surely that will get you there. Let's do one more. And coming up, this time, I just want you to kind of swing your arms from side to side, twist a little. And one very last exercise, standing up straight. To feel like your weight is shifting from your heels forward into the balls of your feet. And I just want you to feel that shift. And back again, shifting forward, so the weight is the balls of your feet. And back, and forward. And back, and great big breath in. And great big breath out. And stretching your arms to the side so you can touch walls on either side. Stretch, and bring those in to give yourself a nice big Friday hug. And you did it, you got here, and even if you aren't quite ready, you watched it, and next time I just want you to do one part of it and build up from there. And if you've been following along, keep going, you're doing great. And thank you all so much for being here. We're gonna hop right back on for the intermediate get ready for the day routine, and after that we're gonna hop on for the choreography workshop. So please like and subscribe, and next week we are having chair exercises in honor of Muscular Dystrophy CMT month, which is happening now. So we wanted to give some exercises that you can do while seated, so join us for that Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. We are going to be getting back on to do those, so I hope you'll join us. My love to you, and happy Friday, and I will see you so soon. Bye, Clairvies.